All right, folks. So since I posted about this last week on Instagram, it disappeared almost immediately. And there was a lot of questions about, is it part of the new Advantage series? Is it an XR? Is it Atomic? Is it Flexvolt? Is it Extreme? Well, for the people who have been kind of waiting for a new 6.5 inch circular. Believe me, there's a lot of people out there who would rather have the 6.5 versus the 7.25. It seems everyone has gone to that 7.25. Pretty much you have a Makita that's brushless. You have a Milwaukee. All right. Now you have your first DeWalt 6.5 inch. Okay. It took DeWalt time. Not sure why, but they do have it finally. All right, so let's take a look. And they sell a lot of lithium ion 6.5 saws, 6.5 inch circular saws. They're in pretty much all their kits. Is that 6.5 brushed circular saw, and I can tell you it's an awesome saw. The brushed version, I love it. You guys know I like that Porter cable too, but once you get into some bigger material, but you still want a 6.5, usually the DeWalt is where I go, okay? Only because I don't have the Milwaukee 6.5 inch. But looks pretty good. That's the thing. You come out with the latest one or the newest, and they have a rafter hook. So they put a rafter hook, guys, on circular saws, on what was the other one that we just saw? On the band saw, but they will not put a rafter hook on a recip saw. And it's irritating. And I'm getting just really aggravated as we speak. All right, brushless motor. That's all we got here. We'll look into it. You got a nice shoe there. I don't see anything representing XR, but it looks like it's going to be... I don't even know if the XR... what's going on with the XR? Is it still the top of the line, 20 volt / 18 volt platform for DeWalt, the XR? Not really sure. We have a video, it looks like. Let's see what we got.
DeWalt 20-Volt Max is our fastest growing system. The DeWalt FlexVolt system provides the power of corded. But what happens when you combine FlexVolt batteries with 20-Volt Max products? Maximum runtime. FlexVolt batteries are compatible with most of your DeWalt 20-Volt Max tools, adding up to 8 times the runtime. You're not starting a new system, you're evolving it. Get more out of your 20-Volt Max system with FlexVolt batteries. DeWalt, guaranteed tough.
They hit it right on the head right there. You don't have to start from scratch. Now, what do we got here?
Max lithium-ion 6.5-inch cordless circular saw from DeWalt. This circular saw features a powerful 460 maximum watts out, 5,150 RPM motor that delivers power and speed, and has a high-strength magnesium shoe that provides accurate cuts over a long period of time. It features a 6.5-inch carbide-tipped blade for cutting 2 times the material at 90 degrees and 45 degrees with more cuts per charge. And a 0 to 50 degree bevel capacity allows for aggressive bevel cuts. You'll enjoy the control and balance you get with the 20-volt max lithium-ion 6.5-inch cordless circular saw, now at the Home Depot.
Drop that. All right, so I'm not sure, guys. That obviously was their brushed. You're also going to have a light on the new brushless 6.5-inch circular. Definitely, you can tell just by looking at it. It has a totally different design than that brushed circular. That it has a couple different model numbers, kind of pretty much virtually the same. But again, almost everyone I know who has a 6.5-inch circular saw has that DeWalt. Let's read up. All right, so model number DCS565B. All right, the DeWalt 20-volt 6.5-inch circular saw. All right, they're not even mentioned here there that it was brushless, but we know powerful and efficient brushless motor provides for optimal cutting, high maneuverability, electric brake, convenient storage on the job site with the rafter hook, 0 to 50 degree bevel. Maybe that lady was talking about this one. Maybe she was. I mean, everything kind of looks the same here. Maximize dust. We're cutting the optional dust chute compatible with DeWalt's airlock. All right, so there we go. So that's what kind of makes it, is that new dust chute system. If you have the tough system vacuum, one of the most underrated, connect right to the tool, right from that dust port or chute. Yeah, here's the 20 volt, the old school one that a lot of you have. $129, and again, to spend $40 more, all right, to go to that brushless. Looks like it has a different blade on it. Obviously different from what that lady was talking about. All right, we got some specs. Charger not included. Maximum cut depth is 2. All right, 0.125. So no, at 90 degrees, no problem with 2x4s. Depth 8.5. Bevel capacity is 50. Blade location is on the left. Okay. Maximum cutting depth 1.625 at 45 degrees. So at 45 degree, yeah, you can almost get to that 2x4, unless it's a true 2x4. Remember, most 2x4s are not 2x4. Maximum speed RPM, all right, 4950. So that's a little bit of an improvement. It's a side winder saw drive type. 20 volt. Doesn't say what it's part of. The XR. CSA listed, 3-year warranty, 90-day money back guarantee, 1-year free service contract. Okay. All right. So I wish I could tell you more. I mean, I told you all the basics, but I'm surprised it doesn't have any XR labeling on it. Guys, we do know around a year, more than that, 2 or 3 years ago, right? They came out with that brushless line, right? They have a hammer drill, a drill driver, and an impact driver, right? It was sold exclusively at Amazon. Then we saw it at Home Depot for a while, right? Then Home Depot didn't sell it anymore. It went to Lowe's, and it's still at Lowe's. Home Depot got the Atomic DeWalt line, right? Lowe's got the Extreme, the 12 volt. So DeWalt is really crafting where these different platforms are going, right? Lowe's got the Power Detect. Home Depot's getting the Advantage line. All right, so it's being sold at Home Depot. So my guess, it would definitely say Atomic, all right? And obviously they have their 4.5 inch. I would probably think it's even though you don't see the XR labeling on it, and the price of it, I would guess this is an XR tool. Not that it really matters, but I did get a couple questions on that. But the cool thing for the DeWalt people is now you have, you had a brushless 4.5 out with the Atomic, but you still didn't get that 6.5. Again, when it comes to circular saws, a lot of people are getting kind of fed up with these 7.25 inch saws to a degree. Great that they have them, but it seems like everyone's lost the 6.5 inch. All right, blades are a little bit more expensive with the 6.5 over the 7.25. You got to remember, all corded circular saws, most of them were 7.25, right? So, obviously a lot of the carpenters like the 7.25 for bigger cuts. But when these lithium ion saws came out, they kind of just didn't have the power in the beginning for those 7.25 inch, saws. And a lot of people really fell in love with the 6.5 inch. So anyway, DeWalt, you got one. Peace.